What do Mattel, Banana Republic, ButcherBox, and Glossier all have in common? They power their businesses with Shopify. Shopify is the most innovative and scaled commerce platform on the planet that also happens to have the best converting checkout on the planet. And that's no industry secret. That's Shopify. Learn more at shopify.com/enterprise.
Today on CityCast Houston, it's the spookiest month of the year, but there's also a side of Houston that goes beyond the pumpkins. We're going to get into some captivating shows and fall flavors, and of course, the best parts of Haunted Houston. Joining me for our official guide to October in Houston are producer Carleon Jones and Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis. Oh, and after the interview, our executive producer Laura Eisensee will be joining us for a conversation sponsored by the Village School about how to research and select a private school in Houston. Stick around to learn more. It's Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. It is October, and there is so much to do around the city of Houston. But first, let's welcome in Brooke and Carly. Brooke, how are you?
Doing well. Can't believe we're already in October, but excited for cooler weather.
Yes, absolutely. We are here. It's the final stretch of 2024. Carly, how are you?
I'm good. I'm still in the same boat with Brooke. I can't believe we're this far into the year already. It's crazy.
It is so crazy. Hey, where does fall rank for you, Carly? In terms of all the seasons, what is it for you? How is it in terms of the best season or the worst season?
Ooh, I think I would have to put it maybe third, because I love all the seasons, honestly, because you get your different varieties. Really not here in Houston. You don't really get that much variety, but you get a little bit of variety. So I love fall just because of those cooler temps. I feel like I can do much more and go outside and feel a breeze. So I really love that. But I'm a winter baby, so I have to put that first. And then summer is
fine.
you can go places. So fall, I'm going to put it third.
Nice. That's fine. Winter baby in Houston means you're just enjoying 80-degree weather as opposed to 90 degrees. So it's fine.
Exactly.
It's cool. It's the same thing. How about you, Brooke?
Yeah, I think I'm going to put fall at number 2 because I'm a summer baby. So summer is always number 1. And then fall, though, I love it so much. It's really close. It's inching up every year because I love the stretch of just this time of year starting in October all the way to Thanksgiving. And then we get into the holidays. So it's my favorite, one of my favorite times of the year, but you can't beat a beach day. So it's so tight. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the tough decision right there, right? For me, fall is just basically second spring because we just get nice weather and there's shorter lines to do outdoor activities because people are like, oh, it's cold outside. It's really not. It's perfect right now. So I love fall. It's up there for me as well. All right. Speaking of fall, we have so many festivals going on that we are going to put out an episode in a couple of days about the best free fall festivals. So we're not going to talk about it here on our monthly guide. So instead, what I want to focus on is the haunted side of Houston. So we're going to kick things off with something scary. Carly, give our listeners something scary to try this October.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but running through a haunted house is a bit much for me these days.
Yes.
So, I have an experience where you can still kind of enjoy the spooky season without, losing your breath. And that is Haunted Drive, which is a 1.5 mile long drive-through haunted house experience where you can get all your screams out without running out of your breath because you're all in the car and it's a nice little family experience, okay? So Haunted Drive is located just outside of Houston in Cleveland, Texas. And what makes this place even better is if you are one of those people that wants to get out of the car, they have so many other experiences as well. They have a normal haunted house. They have a haunted maze. They have a haunted hayride. And they even have a Michael Myers challenge, which is basically you're trying to escape this hallway that has Michael Myers in it. Yeah,
no.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
Don't want to do it.
It's a little crazy, but it just sounds like a whole lot of just fun things to do. They also have concession stands, photo ops, classic carnival games, and this 20-foot movie screen. So it's just a ton of stuff to do here to get your whole scary Halloween fix. So it's great.
So the drive-through haunted house. I mean, how do they scare you if your windows are up and you're just like inside your car listening to music? How scary does it get?
I mean, when I've seen people do this, they have their windows like cracked a little bit because you have to have some type of experience there. You have to at least let somebody kind of come like touch you or something. What I think is crazy about it is I would be scared to be one of those actors because like, what if somebody runs over you? That just like, I don't know.
Yes, especially with Houston drivers, like a haunted drive-through with Houston drivers sounds crazy. And then I just think about like, if you get really scared, I would want to hit the gas so fast and you don't know who you would hit.
You can't let certain people drive this, right? Like,
no.
It would almost have to be like a car wash where you're on a conveyor belt and you have no driver interference. That conveyor belt just takes you through because, a lot of people would panic.
Yeah, exactly. I have seen people do it that way, though, the conveyor belt thing. So, that makes sense. I don't know how they're doing it here, but yeah.
Okay, that is interesting. How about you, Brooke? What are you recommending for something scary?
Okay, this is for my people who just can't do scary anymore. I feel like, Carly, as I got older, I just can't do it. So you need to head to Haunted Hues at the Color Factory. It's really not scary, guys, but the title has haunted in it and it gives you the Halloween vibes. So it's not that scary. But I think you guys will enjoy because it's going to get you in the fall and Halloween mood. They have photo ops, seasonal treats. They also have giveaways. And the Color Factory is such a cool place. It's like the perfect place to take a bunch of photos. It's really interactive. And the tickets start at $29. And it's running all the way until November 3rd. So you have all month and even a little into November to check it out.
I like going to the Color Factory just to get a bunch of Instagram pictures for the remainder of the year, especially go right now, right? Like you can just load up on content. And that is one of the fun parts of going through the Color Factory is just seeing people taking all their pictures. And with these hues of fall, like it looks so nice.
Yeah, I still haven't got to visit the Color Factory. So I feel like this is the perfect time. And I love a good picture. So this is something on my list for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely adding it to my list because, as I said, don't do scary. I don't think I'll be at the drive-through haunted house, but I will go to Color Factory because I've never been either, and I've been wanting to check it out. So this is a perfect time to go.
So it looks like Brooke and Carly are going to be hitting that up. And when you see their Instagram feeds with the same pictures, that means they did go to the Color Factory and they got a bunch of nice pictures for this really cool special fall preview / haunted part of the Color Factory. Okay, for me, I'm like y'all. I think we're all just scared of being scared now. And I'm not a big scary movie guy or a haunted house guy anymore. I used to love them at one point. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just too old. I don't know what's happening. But I've got a recommendation here for you that's going to give you that haunted feeling in small batches, and you get to go out and enjoy one of the cool things that we're known for this time of the year, which is the Texas Renaissance Festival. And they have this All Hallows Eve weekend coming up where you can dress up. The entire family can come out in scary costumes, fun costumes, and you get to enter the Transylvanian court. And I was looking at some of the pictures from last year, and the actors or team members, I don't know what they exactly call them, but they dress up in really spooky costumes, but it's during the day, so you're not getting creeped out too much. And I like that, like give me a little bit of scare, but at the same time, I can appreciate the Texas Renaissance Festival. And that's going to be the last weekend in October. And the Texas Renaissance Festival, by the way, starts up October 12th.
Yeah, that sounds like a great way to celebrate without being scared. And Texas Renaissance Festival is something I look forward to every year, hoping to check it out this year. And that just sounds really good. Like I would want to go to that. And I know that I would walk away not feeling freaked out.
That sounds like so much fun. I love the Texas Renaissance Festival, like as it is, but I didn't know they had this layer to it. So like, I'm even more interested in going this year. I've been saying, I'm going to go this year. I'm going to go this year. Now I have a reason.
Okay. I think my Houston card will get revoked, but I've never been either to the Texas Ren Fest. Like, never, like through school, through college years, never. I've never gone. I don't know. This might be the year for me.
It is so
we
fun.
gotta all go and get a turkey leg and just have the vibe and experience it together. We gotta do it.
Their food is so good. It is. It's such a good experience. It feels magical out there. So you have to go. You have to.
Yeah, I definitely want to go, especially after watching that documentary on Max where about the drama that's happening at the Texas Ren Fest. And yeah, I just want to go experience it all, maybe see some of the people from that documentary dressed up in spooky costumes.
What do Mattel, Banana Republic, ButcherBox, and Glossier all have in common? They power their businesses with Shopify. Shopify is the most innovative and scaled commerce platform on the planet that also happens to have the best converting checkout on the planet. And that's no industry secret. That's Shopify. Learn more at shopify.com/enterprise.
All right, the other thing about fall, and I don't know, this isn't like an official thing, y'all, but I feel like there's more events happening that aren't related to the fall feeling, right? Like more than just pumpkins. So I want to get in and get some of y'all's recommendations on events, festivals, things to check out that are beyond that pumpkin fall vibe. Brooke, kick this one off. What do you got for us?
So I think a part of my 30s is becoming a theater girl. I don't know. It's maybe reviving an old middle school time when I used to be a part of theater, but I love going to plays and shows across Houston. And they have a lot of good shows happening, which you can see in our show notes. But one I really wanted to highlight was The Year of Magical Thinking, and it's based off of Joan Didion's memoir, The Year of Magical Thinking. And it'll be playing at Main Street Theater from October 19th to November 17th. And this is just, I think, a completely reverse from the normal, maybe Halloween fall tradition, but it's going to be a really great play. It's a dramatic adaptation of the memoir where Joan Didion recalls the unexpected loss of her husband and the prolonged illness of her only daughter. And it turns into a powerful one-woman play. So I think if you're looking for something different, if you're looking to just kind of get lost and escape into a show, this is the perfect show to escape into this season. And yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Wow, that is really the opposite of the fun fall vibes that we were just talking about. I mean, this sounds like it's heavy.
Yeah. And I think I saw a play called The Case for Existence of God at Stages earlier in the year. And it was also kind of one of those thought-provoking, heavier plays. But I think those are really cool to go to because you always leave like thinking and maybe bring a friend and you guys can like go and talk about the show after.
Yeah.
But it'll be a good way to kind of just escape and escape into a new world and just get your mind off of whatever's going on in your life.
Stages is really becoming the place to go, right, Brooke? I see everybody there, it seems like, every night now.
Yeah, and I also realized a lot of Hey Houston readers love going to Stages. They've told me about plays that they've seen recently, and they're also loving theater just as much as I do. And if you want more recs like this, you should check out the monthly guide in Hey Houston's newsletter, which comes out today.
All right, Carly, what are you recommending that's beyond the pumpkins? Give me something fun and unique here.
Okay, so don't hate me. This is going to still involve pumpkins, but it's a new spin on it, okay? So Pumpkins After Dark Halloween event is debuting in Houston for the first time this year. And I'm super excited about this event because it is like literally a whole different spin on our typical pumpkin patches where people just go take pictures. This is going to be kicking off Friday, October 4th at Big River Water Park and Adventures. And it will be a walkthrough Halloween inspired event that has like 10,000 hand carved pumpkins. There'll be special effects, characters, monster mazes, a live pumpkin carving demo, food trucks, fall treats, photo ops. I mean, anything that you can think of will basically be here. In my mind, it's basically like Christmas lights experience, but in the fall. You know, like that's kind of the vibe it is.
Yeah, 10,000 hand-carved pumpkins.
Yeah, at nighttime.
It kind of reminds me of something that they would have on Gilmore Girls because it's such a fall town and they always had these cute little fall festivals and they would do something quirky like that in their town. And I would love to check that out. It doesn't sound scary and it sounds really unique.
And for the tickets, they have family deals and special prices for people of all ages. So check out our show notes and that'll have like all the tickets that you want to buy and purchase to get there for this year. But definitely go and check this out.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and maybe they'll put us to work if we go there to carve one of those 10,000 pumpkins because I don't know, that sounds like a lot of work. Okay, for me, my more than just pumpkins, October, as I said, is filled with so many events I want to attend, but the one that's at the top of my list right now is the Pakistan Literature Festival. It's a 2-day free event on October 12th through the 30th at the Ismaili Jamaat Khana Center in Sugarland. And full disclosure, I am an Ismaili Muslim. And this literature festival is going to have something for everyone, from poetry readings to book signings, panel discussions, storytelling sessions. There's going to be so many interesting ways to learn about the Pakistani culture from the motherland to over here in America, where you're talking about the Pakistani Americans who have lived through many different things and their experiences. There's also going to be a violin performance as well. So music lovers, you can check this out. This is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I mean, is this the first time they've ever had something like this, or is it just kind of more under the radar? Because I would love to check something like this out.
Yeah, they've had this before, but they haven't done it this big yet. And this 2-day event is definitely going to be one that is hopefully starting a new tradition where it's a lot bigger, a lot more offerings as well. And I can't wait because poetry is a huge part of the Pakistani culture, and I love reading poems. So there's going to be a lot of poetry on display and readings as well. So if you love that, then yeah, this is for you.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a great event that has like something for everybody. And so I love that. And I also love that cultural side of it too, getting to experience a different culture. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I get to relearn about my culture. That's going to be cool for me as well. Okay, let's talk about some fall flavors. Is there a spice or a flavor that jumps to the top of the list for you, Brooke, when we talk about fall?
So pumpkin for me is definitely fall flavors. I'm a huge pumpkin pie girl, so that's my go-to fall.
Nice. How about you, Carly?
For me, it's like caramel apple. I'm a little different from everybody else, but caramel apple is what does it for me. Yeah.
To me, it's cinnamon. That's like the initial one that I think of when I think of fall. And of course, that like goes hand in hand with pumpkin spice, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but you'll hear in a second that I kind of throw that away in my recommendation. But first, I want to get yours, Carly. Give me a restaurant that is good for fall, right? Or an experience that will get us in this fall feeling.
Okay, I have something that is perfect for spooky season. That's my theme over here this month.
Yeah,
so
you love this time of year.
Exactly. So this dining experience is called Dining in the Dark, and it's a unique dining experience where you'll be blindfolded.
What?
This will be, you'll be eating in the dark for real. So this will be at Weights and Measures, and you'll be eating a whole 3-course meal, which is secret because you won't even know what you're eating actually. Like
oh my gosh.
It's the whole shebang here. And so basically you'll be doing this because like it helps heighten your sense of taste and smell because you won't be able to see the food. They'll be giving you an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. And this goes on every Friday in October, but there's an exclusive Halloween event on October 18th and October 25th where you'll enjoy a full Halloween-themed dining experience, which they say is to die for.
Okay, I have questions here, Carly. Is somebody feeding you or are you feeding yourself because you're blindfolded?
I think you're still feeding yourself because when I was looking at the pictures, they still have the same little like dining room experience layout where they put the plates in front of you. I'm pretty sure they're going to like come and hand you the plates, but you're going to have to figure the rest of it out. Find your mouth and all that.
Oh
yeah, I'm too uncoordinated for a dining in the dark experience. Like, I don't know if I'll find my fork. Like, what if I pick up my knife instead? Like, this just sounds like a mess for me.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have to wear like a garbage bag over like
Yeah,
you had a
I know,
Gallagher
that
show because you're going to
exactly.
spill so much stuff?
I'm pretty sure you do that at your own discretion. I would not wear anything that you just care about, not getting dirty to this because it's probably going to be a little messy, but I think this sounds like so much fun. And they do it where there's 3 different types of meals. So you can get a red menu, which is meat. You can get a blue menu, which is seafood, or you can get a green menu for vegans. So they kind of have something for everybody. And you also can, put in your notes, like, what you're allergic to and all of that. So just in case you get there and the secret menu is like, raw meat, you're prepared.
Okay, gotcha. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. I'm going to put in my note that somebody should feed me because I don't want to make a mess. I would be so embarrassed, right? You take your blindfold off and there's food all over you.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the scariest part of this experience is when you take your blindfold off and see the mess you made and whoever you're with, the mess they made like that. But it sounds like an awesome experience. Like
It
kind
does
of a
sound
one
like
of a
cool
kind.
experience.
Yeah.
Definitely not one for first dates.
No.
Can you imagine that?
Imagine trying to cut something with a knife. That's what's scary too.
No.
Hit your hand.
Brooke, how about you? Give me a restaurant or a food recommendation to get me in the fall feeling.
Okay, so your eyes will be open. You won't be blindfolded at this restaurant, but you will still have the fall vibes at Ostia. Of course, it's in Montrose. You guys know I'm always repping Montrose, but
Always got to rep Montrose.
this restaurant, I love it. It is such a fall restaurant. They serve delicious pasta and pizza. And a tip is that they only serve their pizza during lunch hours, and they just made a shift to serve the pizza during dinner. And they also are offering a new thing called Power Lunch, which I honestly want to just walk over there during lunchtime today, you guys, and just check this out because it sounds so good. But it's a $35 lunch, which includes your choice of iced tea or lemonade, and you can add a glass of Prosecco for just $10. But they have seasonal items like their Ostia cheeseburger or their seasonal gnocchi, and it's at a discounted price because their dinner can be a little bit pricier, but you can enjoy all of that for $35 at lunch. So grab your stretchy pants and go enjoy some delicious pasta at Ostia.
I love that power lunch for $35 and you get a nice sampling of things, right? You get their starters and then you've got, as you mentioned, their mains. I like this a lot. And yeah, anytime you got a deal for me, I am there.
Yes. And then you get to enjoy more fine dining ambiance, but it's at lunch and it's cheaper.
I love how Brooke did a flex on us, and she's like, "Yeah, I might just walk over there after for lunch today." I just walk over there.
That's Montrose right there.
It just comes out, you guys. It's a part of living in the neighborhood. It just comes out.
Well, since we've hit blindfold dining and a power lunch, I'm going to wrap things up with a dessert. And my recommendation for October is the pumpkin cheesecake at Saltgrass Steakhouse. And I'm not the biggest pumpkin anything fan. I don't go crazy over pumpkin spice lattes or anything like that. But this pumpkin cheesecake is legit a top 5 dessert for me because how well balanced it is with the fall spices and, of course, that cheesecake flavoring. It's also National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day on October 21st, plus National Dessert Day is in October as well.
Whoa.
So you have to pick this as your dessert to try in October if you already have it.
That's crazy. I didn't even know there was a National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. Like, that is so
Yeah.
specific.
I think I'm the one who made it because I love this cheesecake so much.
Yeah, it's like the day was made for real.
Yeah, I'm a huge cheesecake fan. Like, that's my favorite dessert, but I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin cheesecake. That's different.
I'm telling you, this is so good. And I go at least 4 times from now until November 30th when they get rid of it. And they don't bring it back any other time, okay? This isn't some like, oh, we'll bring it back. No, that's it, November 30th. And I even take a full one for Thanksgiving every year because I love it so
Wow.
much. I end up eating like a half of it.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never seen somebody so passionate about pumpkin cheesecake,
Yeah.
but I really want to try it based on you just selling it right now. Like, I want to go try some pumpkin cheesecake.
I can't wait to see everyone out and about. It's going to be beautiful weather, a lot of things to do. We're going to get scared. We're going to eat blindfolded. And then we're also going to enjoy some literature festivals, a lot to do in the
Yes.
city. Also, don't forget, early voting begins in Texas on October 21st and runs through November 1st. So please be sure to go and vote early to avoid long lines on November 5th. So we also have that happening as well. This is going to be a great month. Brooke, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, I had a blast and looking forward to October. For anybody who wants more recs on events, things to do in Houston, and just update on the news, they should subscribe to Hey Houston, the daily newsletter that I write every single day. Love it.
I love it as well. Carly, that was a lot of fun. We'll see you out there eating blindfolded.
Oh, yeah. See y'all. Enjoy spooky season.
That was producer Carleon Jones and Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis. If you're new here, we're dropping fresh episodes every weekday morning, so please hit that subscribe button. And if you're a longtime listener, thank you. And please share this episode with 3 of your friends who love fall. And listeners, don't go anywhere. In just a second, we've got a segment sponsored by the Village School. Our executive producer, Laura Eisensee, is chatting with Cassie Riddle and Natalie Goodwin about how families can research and choose the best private school for their kids.
I'm Laura Eisensee, executive producer of CityCast Houston, here with Cassie Riddle, the enrollment officer at the Village School, and Natalie Goodwin, their boarding admissions manager. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
For parents who are starting the process to research and ultimately select a private school, what are some key factors that they should consider?
We are very fortunate to have a wide variety of private schools across the greater Houston area, and doing the research can be overwhelming, but you just have to ask the right questions. So parents, get ready, get your pen and paper out. These are the top 5 things you need to ask. Number 1, what are your class sizes and student to staff ratio? Number 2, what is the safety and security of the school? Are there cameras? Is there a police presence, 24/7 on-site security, and a visible HPD presence? Number 3, what does the community have to offer? And I'm talking clubs, internships, athletics, after-school programs. Essentially, what is there to do outside of the classroom? Number 4, what is a curriculum like? So keep in mind, most schools do have their curriculum available online, but you want to ask more questions to see what kind of programs they have, whether their curriculum is STEAM-based or if they have specialized diploma options. For example, at the Village School, we have several options in pre-medical science, entrepreneurship, IB, all of which include hands-on project-based learning. You also want to ask about if that curriculum is inclusive of social-emotional learning. And then finally, you want to ask, what does the application process look like? I want to really emphasize that most private schools do have a formal process. So you need to ask their admissions department what that is, what items you need to have ready, so that way you are prepared. And this can include teacher recommendations, some form of testing, an interview, and in some cases, a classroom observation. So it's best to know that ahead of time.
And what about teachers? How do teacher retention and qualifications affect the quality of education? And how can parents assess this?
Teacher retention is so important because it brings to life kind of consistency and the culture of the school. Happy teachers tend to stay. So if your teachers are staying and they're getting involved in things on campus, whether it's coaching or after school programs, you are likely going to have a very strong school community. Parents should be asking, what is the teacher turnover rate? So that's the big question. What's your turnover rate? Because you want to look for something 10% or less. You also want to be asking about teacher accreditation or teacher certification, meaning what says that they can be a teacher? And what are their high levels of degrees? Are they holding advanced degrees? And what other professional development pieces is the school engaging in to help further that development?
Those are such useful questions for any parent considering almost any type of school, especially private schools. Now, something else, a lot of private schools in Houston offer education all the way from pre-kindergarten through 12th grade. What benefits do students and their families see from that type of structure?
Some of the benefits include consistency, continuity, and familiarity with the school's environment and culture. As they're growing, this is a critical part in our students' lives in which they're learning social emotional skills. And it's more important now than ever that they have that consistency. And this is something that fosters a unified school spirit that carries with them across their campuses. So here at the Village School, our kids do have the advantage of getting to go right across the road to see their old teachers. And just as so, our teachers are that much more invested in our students and seeing their growth and development as they were with them when they were younger.
That is so great to hear. And here's one more question. You know, in a city like Houston that is so diverse, how important is diversity to a student's development?
So diversity is critical to a student's development, especially in today's world where everything is so globally connected. We really are a globally connected society. And so as you're talking with schools, ask them questions that deal with or relate to their diversity, and not just cultural diversity, which is important. We, especially at the Village School, think diversity really helps identify us as a very unique institution. We have 90 different cultures represented across our campus, whether it's through staff or through our families here with their students attending. In addition to cultural diversity, be thinking about what kind of diverse thinking is going into the curriculum development, what type of learning is taking place. So diversity has a lot of different meanings, because at the end of the day, what we're preparing our students for is to engage collaboratively and to grow in a world that they're really going to help define as they move forward as young adults.
Cassie, Natalie, thanks so much for being here. And again, check out thevillageschool.com to learn more. We'll have that link for you in our show notes as well, so you're just a click away. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
If you want to learn more about the Village School, make sure to check our show notes. They have a really interesting program. That will do it for today. I'm Rahil Ramzanali. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
Funny. I really want somebody to do that blindfolding thing so
I want to record it.
I can hear how it goes.